How are you?
Henry, I'm
Good to see you. Anna, nice to see you.
Welcome,
Hello,
Walter.
Clara.
Welcome.
You know Edsel, of course. Have you met our new daughter-in-law, Eleanor? This is Walter Chrysler, Eleanor.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Chrysler.
Please, honey, it's Walter.
Oh, she calls me Mr. too. Don't worry about it.
Congratulations, Edsel. You're a lucky boy.
Sure is. And we're going to have a little surprise a little later tonight.
Oh, really? I look forward to it.
Good. Nice to see you.
Henry, I want you to put on your best face. Here come the Dodge brothers.
What'd you invite them for heaven's sakes?
They're shareholders in your company.
Bunch of parasites, and I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to hang around.
John.
Evening, Clara. Looking lovely as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Say the same for Henry's manners. You've got to admit the Supreme Court decision was, well, he wasn't expecting it. Come on, how could they rule otherwise? We're shareholders. He's got to pay us our dividends.
Bit of humble pie for old Henry. $20 million slice.
This is my wife, Eleanor. John Dodge, Horace Dodge. How do you do?
Mr. Dodge. Mr. Dodge.
Well, there's no reason now that we can't be friends, is there?
None at all, as far as I'm concerned. Please make yourself.
Isn't it time, boss?
Yeah.
That sleigh ride will be lovely. That'll be nice.
Excuse me, Walter. Excuse me, Anna. I wonder if I could take Clara up on the stage with me.
Indeed, Henry.
Clara?
Excuse me.
Play right at midnight.
Thank you all for being here. I know I speak for the entire Ford family when I say we are very grateful, happy to see so many good friends here. I think I also speak for all of us when I say how grateful we are to the dear Lord for the end of a terrible, terrible war. And with this new peace, we have a new era. And with new eras, sometimes it's time to step aside. And with new wave upon the sand, I now would like to say, Edsel, effective tonight, you are the president of the Ford Motor Company.
Yeah, they hefty 150 big ones a year, I might say.
Hey, Henry. What are your plans? You can't make me believe you're quitting.
Oh, my plans, Walter, another surprise for another night. But tonight it's Edsel's night, so everybody enjoy yourself.
Dad, I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to do my very damnedest to make a great friend.
I know you'll try, son. I know that.
Henry, you know we won't stand for this.
Really, Henry, perhaps you should reconsider.
Reconsider? I never heard that word in the $20 million lawsuit you boys made against me.
Oh, give me that farmer grin. Hell, you know you wouldn't let Edsel pick out the paint for your car. You're just trying to scare us into selling our shares.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but I'd like you to know that my husband happens to be
No,
very
Eleanor,
able to be
this
an
isn't
executive.
business we're talking.
Gentlemen, if you have any complaints to make, I suggest you make them to me personally. 9 o'clock Monday morning in the president's office.
We'll be there, Edsel. And you better get ready to call your daddy right afterwards, because you'll have plenty to tell him.
We'll talk to you, Horace, about anything you want to talk about, except none of us want to buy any Ford stock. Nobody in the family. Good night, boys.
Mr. Ford, I think that what you've done is absolutely... So...
6 weeks ago, we were offered almost $20 a share for our stock. You know what it's worth now? I don't follow the price of Ford.
Less than half. That's what we're tendered now.
It's the market price. Well, John, since you have such contempt for me being president, maybe you should consider grabbing it. After all, with me here, the stock might be worth nothing at all.
How's that?
Well, until we find out how badly I handle things, maybe it would be prudent to build up our cash reserves. Insurance. In case I start losing money.
Even you couldn't do that, Ed. So this place is a money machine.
Well, my father ran it, certainly, but now, who knows? So I think you'll understand that we won't be giving out any dividends for a long, long time.
Do you think we're stupid enough to fall for that?
We won't be held up.
Gentlemen, please.
And we won't sell our shares for a cutthroat price either. Come on, Horace. Let's get out of here.
Round one.
Yeah, well, who is it?
It's Edsel. How's California?
Yeah, what is it?
So early, but the news is so wonderful, I just couldn't wait any longer.
What is it, sir? What's up? What's up?
Well, we negotiated all night, and as 6 a.m. on the 19th day of July in the year of our Lord, 1919...
Price substantially lower than you were prepared to pay.
did we pull it off?
Yeah.
Henry, tell me.
Yeah, they all sold. You own every share of stock in the... Hey, we won! We won! Clara, we won!
We won!
Huh?
No more Dodge!
No more Dodge, baby! No more Dodge! We won! Clara, sweetheart, we won! Ford owns Ford!
Dad just told me how proud he is. As you can see, the sales figures for the Model T speak for themselves. In 1923, 57% of all cars produced in America. 1925, 45%. 1926.
You got some soy here. I always like soy. Put it on everything. Nutritious, good for the digestion. I plan on living to be I'm sorry, I'm sorry, sir. Go right ahead. Go ahead, sir.
1926, 34%. Gentlemen, obviously the figures don't lie, and they can only mean one thing.
What, excuse me for interrupting, Edsel, but what I think Edsel's saying is, our dealers have gone soft. Hmm? Up to now, having a Ford dealership is a license to steal. Those guys have forgotten how to sell those cars. We got to go out there and show them again.
Dad, no. No, the dealers are bleeding. They can't compete with Chevrolet. It's low cost. Annual model changes, easy
what
finance.
What we do, Edsel, is we find out who's been letting us down, then we go out and kind of toughen them with a little adversity. Maybe put in another dealership right in the other corner, you know? See who survives.
We can't do that. These people have been loyal to us for years. Remember the recession of 1920? When we made them take delivery and give us cash.
They ought to be thanking us instead of complaining.
They personally took out loans when you wouldn't to keep us solvent. We cannot betray them.
I think betraying, I hear, is complaining or criticizing the Model T.
There's no betraying going on here. You just go back to the figures, and you cannot argue with them.
All right, you tell me, Mr. Efficiency, Mr. Productivity, you know many pencil pushers out manufacturing automobiles.
The figures tell us that the public doesn't want the Model T. It is hopelessly outdated. It's outdated mechanically, the speed, the suspension, the planetary transmission, and it's outdated in styling. Chevrolet has outbuilt and outstyled us. Now it's time we learned our lesson. We made some good business decisions, and we came out with a new car.
You through? Ford Motor Company has an automobile called the Model T. Best engineered, best loved car in the entire world. You are the president of Ford Motor Company, but I might remind you, there's one man running this particular one-man band.
Dad, I'm right.
Shut up.
Now why the hell don't you face the facts?
Shut up! you about that dealership in Duluth. Remember we talked last?
Mr. Williams, report to maternity.
How you doing?
Hi.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I brought you some of your favorite chocolates and a teddy bear. Well, what you got there?
What do you think?
Wow. You done yourself right proud. I think you got about just the handsomest fella I ever have seen.
You want to hold him? Come on.
Yeah. Easy, go. Watch your head. Yeah. Well, got his mama's nose.
And his father's eyes.
Well. Yeah. Well, what you plan on calling him?
Why, Henry, of course.
Oh, well, I don't think that's a perfect idea, honey.
Why not?
Well, there are a lot of good names. Why don't you call him by his, by your husband's name? It's a good, dependable name. Well, I gotta get back to plan. Take it easy there, little fella. Take care of yourself. I'll see you. Tell your husband that he ought to be right proud. I think, be a big man someday. I surely believe that.
Boys, this is a big day. This here is a 15 million Model T Ford made by the Ford Motor Company right here.
Do you think you get there with sales off the way they are?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I have a momentous announcement to make, and that is that the Ford Motor Company is going to come out with a brand new automobile.
You're giving up the Lizzie finally. Effective today, the Ford Motor Company is closing down all production to retool for the new car.
How long will that take?
We're not sure. 6 months, maybe a year.
A year without cars? How will your dealers survive?
Boys, you're missing a big story. The big story is we're closing this plant. We're opening up a whole new plant in River Rouge. It's going to be the biggest automobile plant in the world.
Congratulations, Henry.
Thank you. Everybody's going to work, too, by God. We're going to give jobs to everybody, you betcha.
Mr. Ford? Oh, Mr. Ford, excuse me for bothering you, sir. Harvey Firestone asked me to come over and deliver the message personally. This man will undoubtedly become the next senator from Michigan. I'm sure you know how he feels about you, sir.
Damn pencil pusher. they go. The last shift. 60,000 men and their families without a paycheck for 1 year. Because the tea wasn't good enough.
Well, maybe now that he's busy building a new car, he'll treat you better. No, he enjoys ridiculing every suggestion I make. The more right I am, the worse he is. Well, he blames me now for the failure of the Model T. Thanks, Dad. I don't suppose you'd appreciate a completely unsolicited suggestion on the part of your brother-in-law? More chalk in my cue stick?
That too.
I think you should get out of the car business, Edsel. Well, that really would give him a stroke. No, I can't do that. Because someday, I truly am going to be running Ford. And maybe find something else. Take your mind off it in the meantime.
Come on, Ernest. How busy can I get? I golf.
Miserably.
Thanks, Ernest. I play tennis enthusiastically.
Adequately.
I buy art sporadically. A paragon of rich boy virtues.
Now, I was thinking of business. A series of banks we're putting together. Detroit is going to be the financial center of the country. And these banks are going to be the cornerstone.
You're serious?
About the future? Absolutely. The economy's like your golf score, Edsel. It's only going to go up.
That's very true.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's the day that all America, indeed I might say a good part of the world, is waiting for. Today's the day you're going to get the first look at the new Ford automobile, the Ford Model A. That's 16,000 brand new parts of the best designed, mass-produced car that money can buy. All right, boys, let her rip. Ford Model.
Congratulations, Mr. Ford.
Very nice. Very
Thank you very much. Well, sir, honey, we did it, huh?
It's a wet
Thank you, darling. Well, lad, what do you think? Think the boys over at GM are going to have a couple of sleepless nights? Huh?
The orders are very encouraging, Dad. Looks like you got another great success.
Great success. Yeah, we got a marvel. A marvel car. It's just like the other model.
Dad, you know we're going to have to sell over $1 million just to break even? We lost a lot of money on the changeover. It was inefficient. It was poorly managed. Are you aware of how much we lost?
How much?
In excess of $180 million. And we're still losing money because we can't speed up the line.
Edsel, son, you worry too much about money. You should be proud of this new model car. You should be proud of it.
We've got to start thinking of ourselves as a business, not just a motor company.
Yeah.
Why won't you let me organize for it, like a corporation? That's why GM beat us in the past. And congratulations, Mr. Ford. You must be very proud. Edsel, I'll talk to you in a minute.
Is that where you're getting your fancy management ideas from that banker brother-in-law of yours? Is that where it's coming from?
Dad, these are personal investments we've made with Ernest and some other people in a group of banks.
Edsel, you know how I feel about bankers. I feel the same way about them as I do those bucket brokers. They're a bunch of crooks. Most of them are Jews. The Jews have got all the gold. The gold is what makes the banks run. You know that.
Ernest is as Jewish as I am.
You scratch any banker, and most of them are Jews. I don't care. Besides, I don't want you around with those people.
This is a personal matter. I've worked very hard for my money, and I'm going to manage it as I see fit.
Yeah, well, you're going to lose your money, young man.
Show's a hit, boss.
Well,
You still never won.
There's some people wouldn't agree with you.
You talking about Edsel?
Yeah.
I'd just say he's hanging out with a bad crowd.
That's not apple juice he's drinking. He knows how I feel about drinking. He knows I support prohibition. He knows that, damn it.
You want I should find out what he's got in his private liquor closet?
You can do that?
Mm-hmm. Full inventory on your desk tomorrow morning.
Harry, you're a marvel.
Good day, Mr. Ford. Can I do something for you, sir?
Now, won't see Bennett. I'll just see if he's in. Yeah, you tell him it's the president of Ford.
Just wait a minute.
Don't talk to me about trucks. You... Hold on. Sounds okay. Shut up! Look, I ordered, you delivered. You got a problem with that? Look, just do it. I'll get back to you later. You know, I was wondering when you were going to drop by my office. Would you like a drink? I bet I can get you pleasure.
No, I didn't come to drink.
You didn't come to drink. Then it's got to be talk. You're good at talk, aren't you?
I came to tell you that things are going to be different. I happen to know that you consort with known criminals.
Now, hold on a second. My friends aren't like your
No,
fancy
no,
Grosse
I just
Pointe.
don't mean the bootleggers. I mean the whole of organized crime in Detroit. They pay you, and you provide favors all the way down the line. Now, you don't deny that, Harry.
No, I don't.
As of today, you're through.
You're saying I'm fired?
Yes. That's what I said. I want you and your men out of here this afternoon.
Edsel. Let me give you a little fashion tip. Do you ever wonder why I always wear a bow tie? It's because during confrontations, you can grab it. You want me to call Daddy? Do you need that kind of reminder as to who runs this place? Who runs Ford? If he had his choice between you and I, who do you think he'd want to call son? You get up and you get out of here.
Good day, Mr. President.
It's like an armed camp out here. Every morning there's more of them arriving. I'm gonna have to hire more security.
Harry, I have to lay off workers, and you keep laying on more security. Now, there's something wrong about that.
Yes, sir. Murphy, open the gate.
Open the
Keep
gate.
them off the car. Get off the car! Get off the car!
Take it easy, Harry. Damn it all, the pressure's not their fault.
Yeah? Where they smell it.
It's not them that smell, it's Wall Street. Wall Street causes the pressure, not the workers, damn it.
Those are the latest reports.
Take it away, Luigi.
What you got there is top-class information. My guys tell me there's going to be thousands of them. My guys are totally trustworthy.
Well, they ought to be. We paid them.
They're going to be marching on the Rouge plant. Some crazy stunt about hunger.
Hunger?
And get this. Guess who's organizing it?
Well, the damn union.
Worse, or maybe better. The Young Communist League.
The Reds?
What do you want me to do about it?
Whatever you have to do to save the plant.
Chief of the Dearborn Police! This is an illegal assembly! I order you to break up! Go home!
We have no homes to go to! We have every right to be here! We just want to present grievances to Ford! We want food and jobs, not violence!
Go back! I order you to go home! All right! Let the Reds have it! All right, then, give them here, guys!
I can't believe they're doing this to me. They love me. Now what?
Ready, boys? Ready, go!
Well, cousins. Mr. Ford? Been quite a while. Seems like only yesterday you went ahead and shipped my cars.
Seems like only yesterday you fired me.
Well, cousins,
The United States Senator, cousins.
Oh, is that right? What'd you do? Come down here to get my vote?
No, I came here as head of the Senate Subcommittee on Banking.
I see.
Seems there's quite a bit of trouble with this Guardian group your son's involved with.
You leave Edsel out of it. He's got nothing to do with that bunch.
On the contrary, he's only a prime investor in a group whose business practices are unethical, if not outright illegal.
That has nothing to do with me.
As a matter of fact, it does. You're going to bail Guardian out. A public act of contrition, as it were. The great Henry Ford struggling to save his reputation.
My reputation is I hate banks, I hate bankers. Let them fail.
It will fail. I'm going to recommend the government not give the loan your son's group so desperately requires.
Takes more than a few hot words from a little senator to scare me.
And Edsel? What about your son? You'll abandon him?
What's that supposed to mean?
I happen to know that your son's ruined if Guardian fails. Really, Mr. Ford, you should take better care of your little boy.
What the hell are you doing sitting in the dark?
Maybe it's the new austerity. So you here to view the remains?
What are you, drunk?
Wrong. Yesterday I was beyond consciousness. Today I'm morose. Unrepentant, but morose.
How bad is it, son? How broke are you? Speak up. You talk money, want to hear.
20 million.
All gone.
If the bank fails...
It'll fail. Why, you so rich? You so rich you can laugh at it? What about your family? What about Henry, too?
No, it's just so funny. You never disappoint me.
What? You expect me to help those bunch of crooks?
Yes. Yes, because for a fraction of what you have, you could. And you get all yours back besides. And it's not just to save me and them. I mean, what about the little investors? What about those people you claim that you always want to help?
You're not talking about the little man now. You're not talking about the little man. You're talking about a bunch of fools.
Here we go. Yeah, Sermon on the Mount. Do you ever listen to what...
Yes, I listen, because I'm right.
So you won't help?
I'll help you, son, but I won't help those bunch of banker crooks.
No. I'm not crying for me. I'm crying because I can't even hate you anymore.
I'll put a couple million in your account, son, and carry you through. You remember You're about 11, 12 years old. You used to come down and play after school. I'd see your books on my desk. I look forward to that moment every day. And I'd trek you down someplace and we'd go find ourselves an engine and tear it apart and then build it back up again, huh? You remember those days?
Never.
You don't remember.
This is the Mutual News Broadcasting Service. Herbert Allen reporting. More bank failures in the Midwest, keyed by the collapse of the Guardian Bank Group, have deepened the economic crisis sweeping across the United States. As more workers are being laid off by major American industries, the United Auto Workers Union continues in its attempts to unionize the Ford Motor Company. Ford officials have vowed to fight unionization to the end.
What about it, Walter? How's it feel to be here at the Rouge?
Oh, Ford might be big, and he's tough, but he's not as big and tough as the Wagner Act.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Papa. Happy birthday to you.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. It looks like my tea got stuck in the icing there, though. Well, I guess I'm supposed to blow all these out. I couldn't do it when I was half my age, so I'm going to have some help. Henry second. Clay, Benson,
Go on.
Josephine, get over here and help your granddad. All right, when I say go, all right? On your mark, get set, go!
Hey, Walter Ruther, how you doing?
Get it all. I'm getting it.
I don't believe it.
There. Get it over there. Get it over there. Take it up.
Get over it, boy.
What's that camera?
What do you think about your union now, Walter? Huh?
All right, announcement. Dad, I've got a stack of telegrams here with good wishes, but I'm just going to read one. To an American who changed the nation with his genius and enterprise, congratulations. And it's signed Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Look at these. These are the nice ones. Mr. Ford.
Yeah?
Might I be so forward as to introduce myself? Gerhard von Klaus, German Consul General. I bring birthday wishes from the German people, who so admire your industrial capability and success.
Well, that's very kind of.
I also bring personal good wishes from the Führer himself. Hitler wishes me to tell you, he especially made this point, how instructive he finds your writings on the Jews.
Oh, I think we've had about enough on that.
Not nearly enough. Hitler's own racial policies, which he is starting to implement, have been shaped in part by your genius. And in appreciation, I present you with this medal from the fatherland.
What?
May your philosophy of racial purity flourish. Heil Hitler!
go?
Well, it depends how you feel about the union of Ford.
What do you mean?
They voted to certify the United Auto Workers. We begin negotiations in the morning.
How many votes did I get?
2%, Dad. Well, less than 2% voted to trust you.
We interrupt our regular programming to bring you a news flash. The American air base at
Sorry,
Pearl
partner.
Harbor in the Hawaiian Islands has been bombed by Japanese aircraft. First reports say that several American warships
Ned?
sunk or severely damaged.
They've bombed Pearl Harbor.
We heard they broke into the football game.
It's war, isn't it, Dad?
That's what it's got to be, son.
Henry, no. God, no.
You're going to have to go.
We repeat our news flash.
Etzel, you're not leaving.
I have to get down to the plant. We have to start today figuring out how we convert to war work. It'll be very late.
It's just not going to be that easy.
Either we retool for trucks, which I know we can build better or faster than anyone, or we forget about the new defense contracts entirely. I mean, these are no solutions. Come on, Jim.
One thing we can try.
Mr. Ford.
What is it, Robert?
It's the tank line, sir. We're retooling for the machine gun turrets, and I'm
I
afraid...
thought that was finished 2 days.
Yes, sir, but we've run into a couple of snags, and I think you should have a look at it.
Let me finish this first, and I'll be